May God give you the hope you need. Even those who have lost in other areas.
No problem. God will see us.
Those who have lost in football. Especially Man U.
Jesus is Lord.
May God comfort you because
we are back. Welcome to the Precinct, where we discuss most of the time Arsenal, 90% of the time, sometimes 10% we share to the other clubs. You are back to the Precinct. I'm here, your host, and I'm here with my resident intellectual analyst, my Ghanaian friend. How are you doing, Charlie?
You don't add the controversial side.
Nah, I don't think so.
Why not merchant? Yeah.
The wine on merchant. Shout out to Efosa, the early bird, so quick in the building. We really appreciate the fact that you're always here for us. We really appreciate you for coming through as early as possible. He dropped some laughing emojis. How you guys doing? How you doing, Efosa? I hope you're great.
Yeah, and I hope you have a great day. I'm doing good. After this stream, I just need to sleep for like four hours or something, and then
I'll be
4
back.
5 hours. I think maybe 6 hours because the game is at 5. Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll do the starting 11 by 4.
At 4. Yeah. So I have about 4 5 hours to sleep. Yeah. If I can get a good.
We'll make sure we'll keep this stream within the 1 hour range, nothing more than 1 hour.
Oh, no worries.
No, we need you to get your.
I don't drink. I don't do those things. So I'm like a fossa, Then I keep the environment neat and tidy, and keep the harmonious circumstances flying in the circumvent.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So we're supposed to do the Rivals Watch today.
Yeah.
Before we start, right?
Yeah.
Most of us have heard about the news. Arteta are showing us that Partey is going to be part of the team, 100% guaranteed, and we are still going to do 1 or 2 more businesses. So, aside from Arsenal, looking at other clubs, which other club has really impressed you in terms of transfer business? I'd like to know.
I think Aston Villa. Aston Villa is a club that I'm keeping an eye on. I know Emery has his ways. The caliber of players they are looking at and the amount they are flogging on those kind of players, it's quite interesting. I want to see how, because we also forget one thing. You see, last season they signed a very good defender, but he got injured.
Diego Carlos.
Good. He got injured, and he will be back this season. And I think they've signed a couple of.
They signed that defender. Pau Torres, another very, very good defender, which I was thinking likes of Manchester United or Chelsea should have been going for, but for some reason they refuse to go for those kind of quality. I think it's quality. I think some of these teams are caught in name brand. I think Pau Torres would have been a useful defender for either Man U or Chelsea. If Arsenal actually look for defenders, I would not mind Arsenal actually getting the likes of Pau Torres, but Aston Villa have actually got a good defender on their hands, quick on the ball, can play from the back, calm under pressure, very athletic, can tackle decently one-on-one. That's a good defender that you would think by logic the top 6 clubs you're going for, but they decided to pass on him.
Yeah, and they are also interested in signing Jeremy Doku. So they actually, if you look at the caliber of players they are signing, they are more or less copying our mold, like the way they are signing quite young players, certain profile players. The talent. Somebody like Diaby, he has been linked with us now for years. So if this caliber of player joins somebody like the Jamaican guy,
Bailey,
Bailey on the wings. That is two good players in one position.
Yeah.
And don't forget they have the Coutinhos and those other players. What do you call it? The Argentinian we missed out on when everybody went mad.
Except for me.
Nobody wanted. I suspect you, but nobody wanted to.
No, the video is my archives. I can check it. It's my archives. When I said I don't rate him that greatly.
For me, I respect our opponents because we cannot play each other. Yeah, we can never play each other. If we have to play each other for the next 38 games, then we win the league automatically. So you have to give respect to those other teams because
so it's only Aston Villa you see as a potent position.
No, not only Aston Villa, not Aston Villa, not only Brighton is still there. Brighton is there. We have the usual suspects. The United will be there. I want them to fail, but listen, they have a team. Yeah.
Now, let's talk about right now. Today is Saturday, July 22. Out of July 22, the transfer window hasn't shut, right? If you have to predict your top 5, because we might have an extra slot in UEFA Champions League based on the coefficient of how English teams have been doing for the past few years, right? You have to predict your top 5. Can you give me the names of the team you think will actually, out of today, 22nd of July, will make your top 5?
I will lean to Arsenal because I'm an Arsenal fan and we performed greatly last season. So if we keep that same performance, which the team has not really changed, if you apart from Xhaka, but we have a replacement.
Okay.
Two good replacement for him. I think I will lean to Arsenal, but a little bit. Yeah. But I also know the caliber of Man City, and it's not because of the team, it is the coach. It is his experience. It is how he molds and changes players, and how he rotates his squad. So not for now, I'll give it to City.
Okay.
For now, I'll just give it to City, maybe just a couple of points ahead of us.
Just name your first 5.
Yeah. So City, Arsenal. This is where it's dicey. United.
Okay.
Liverpool. Newcastle.
Oh, wow. Newcastle make it. Okay. If you ask me out of 22 July to name my first 5 based on what I see, the moves being made by these opposition teams, now I will give it to Arsenal to win the league. Like I said, based on 22nd, because I expect City to lose. They've actually lost Mahrez. They've lost Gundogan. They're about to lose Kyle Walker. They're still going to lose Silva. So based on that, I say based on today, 22nd of July, I think Arsenal should win the league, followed by City. Third place is dicey. Third place. Third place, I'll go for Liverpool. Fourth place, I'll go for Brighton. Fifth place, I'll go for Manchester United. I don't think Manchester United are as strong as a lot of people are making him to seem. It's all on vibes. They are not as strong as people are making. Like I said, they've not brought in a striker. I don't caliber of striker they'll bring in the next few weeks before transfer window short. If you look at their defense, Varane is very crooked and injury prone. We don't know how many games he's going to play. Martinez cannot do it by himself. I don't think Lindelof is that quality. Casemiro can never play 10 straight games without getting 2 yellow cards or red carded. So what are going to bring in to replace that? Martial can't stay fit. It's a big season for Anthony. He's in and out of it. He's in and out of form. He's not, for me, a 90 million worth of player. Sancho, I think, is a flop. He's very deceptive. He's not the quality people are expecting to be. So this hype that Manchester United will be amongst the title contenders, I don't think is true. It's just based on their history. So that will be my top 5 for Man U to actually sneak in at the last bout. So, and for Chelsea, I don't think though.
So
I know
so
Chelsea will make progress.
so
Not
with
it.
you think Brighton would do better than Newcastle?
I think so, and I'll give you a reason why.
On
If you
what
look at
basis?
Brighton, they've been people base success of teams and signing based on name brand only. Like look at Brighton, they signed a Brazilian young striker from Watford, even though was playing the championship. I think he's a very, very good striker. You still have Ferguson there, you still have the experienced old folks of Tony Welbeck is still there. They have Vincenzo, that's the youngster. They still have Maitoma. If they sell Caicedo, we know they're going to replace him with a quality midfielder of no name that we don't know. So there's quality in Brighton. You're about to sign the Fiorentina defender to add to their defense. So people are actually sleeping on Brighton. They're adding depth to their team, even though they're going to play in Europe. They're adding depth and quality. And they have a very, very exciting coach, in my opinion. A lot of people might not rate him, but I think they have a very exciting coach. So sometimes people want to sleep on the so-called smaller teams. Now, even though I did not involve Spurs in my top 5, I think Spurs, I hate Spurs. I think they're going to do better this season. Regardless of my disdain for Spurs, I think they're going to improve this season.
Yeah. I think, okay, so you putting Brighton in fourth, you said fourth, yeah?
Yeah, fourth, yeah.
So that is the only difference between, because we picked the same,
yeah.
Fosa and I actually picked I also rate De Zerbi, but Fosa and I picked the same team. Like I was leaning to Arsenal, Arsenal, and then Man City, Liverpool. But I said United, Liverpool, and then Newcastle. So it's actually
Fosa says his own is Arsenal first, Manchester City second, Liverpool third, Newcastle fourth, Manchester United fifth. Okay, so I rate. I rate him. He's a very, very good manager. If you give him the tools, he will do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Now, I'll have a controversial take here. I think I will rate Zerbi more than Ten Hag based on the resources he has and the style of play. Let's not forget, Zerbi came in almost the same time Ten Hag came in. But look at the style of play. Look at the style of play of both teams.
Exactly. That is why I said, like a team like United, I'm waiting to see how they are going to play. Is it going to be that defensive style, or he's going to be a bit flexible with like the way Zerbi plays?
I didn't watch his press conference he had yesterday. He said,
he said this. He doesn't play friendlies.
Yeah, but he said when they asked him about his style of play, he said United are going to play transitional football, meaning counter-attacking football. That's a code word for counter-attacking football. He said transitional football. So code word for counter-attacking football.
Okay.
So he's looking peak. This season is going to be one of the fiercest seasons we've had in the English Premiership because
there are a lot of
good teams.
Yeah, a lot of good coaches. Not only good teams, but the teams are good, but good coaches too. Because let's take out the usual suspects, and because of rivalry, those other, let's say, 13 teams. If you take Man City, Arsenal, United, Newcastle, Liverpool, and then so now we start from and then Chelsea, Pochettino.
Okay.
If you take these teams out, you start to look at Aston Villa. Emery is not a bad coach.
He's a very good coach,
Good. And you take West Ham.
David Moyes.
David Moyes, well-experienced coach. Crystal Palace, they still have
Hodgson.
Yes, very experienced. He knows
what he's doing.
Yes, whichever position they find themselves in, he knows how to tune the team to play according to the position they find themselves in. Who else? Give me another team, and then we look at the coach.
Fulham, Silva. We're not sure it's going to be there.
Yeah, we are not sure because there are rumors that the Saudis want to take him, but he has proven that he's a good coach.
Yeah.
Understand? Who else? Bournemouth has brought in a new coach.
Who is a progressive coach too? Yeah. Now, before we go down, naming all those managers, all those teams and coaches. Now, De Zerbi and Unai Emery. If you were to pick one, what do you think is a better manager?
Okay, so the question should be: you take out experience, just looking on the eye how they play, Because if you are looking at then
the CV, it will be Emery or based on CV, based on CV.
But if not, if I want them and they are both new coaches, up and coming coaches, I'll take De Zerbi.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take De Zerbi.
Let me rephrase the question. Based on what you know, even though De Zerbi has limited experience in English Premiership, but was coaching in other leagues before, who do you think is a better cup manager?
Cup manager, I'll give it to Emery. He has proven through his career that he knows how to manage a team to go at least get to a final.
Yeah.
He has proven it. But if I want my team to play in a certain way, I'm a lover of the game.
Sure.
The reason why I love and respect and would run through mail for Arsenal, run through the fire for Arsenal is because of the way they play the beautiful game. And that is, I see De Zerbi having that charisma, having that charm. When I think his next move will be for a big club. I won't be surprised one of the top 7 teams we mentioned, the Newcastles or whatever, will just let their coach go. Even I think West Ham should take advantage because West Ham is a bigger club than Brighton. Yeah, they should pay.
I will come to that, but I don't agree with that. I'll come back to that. Let me read this one. Oxymoto in the building. Shout out to you. Say hello. We are saying hi back to you. Shout out to you for joining us in this morning stream. Efusa says, I would prefer De Zerbi. De Zerbi has charisma. Yeah, charisma. He does have more charisma than Emery on the outside. Maybe because Emery struggles with the English language. Is not his first language, maybe. But I kind of agree with you. You say he has more charisma. Oxymoto comes in from saying, comes up with a wild one saying, I blame Emery for Pepe signing. Can we be real? It wasn't Emery that actually signed Pepe. He wanted Zaha. It was the board. Blame, who was that? Saheli. It was Saheli that wanted Pepe, not Emery. So that information might not be totally right, Oxymoto. Efusa comes in and says, would you not say Potter laid the foundation for De Zerbi? I will say no, I don't agree with that. I think Tony Bloom, their chairman, actually runs the club very well. I think Brighton actually make Potter look good. Now, when he left Brighton, he was exposed that he's not as good as a lot of us thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, not I don't think
Potter. No, but secondly, De Zerbi he's a good coach. If go and check, he took Dynamo something, took them to Dynamo Kiev, took them to play in Madrid, and that was a game where Modric had a standing ovation from the Madrid fans.
Yeah,
he was using what we call average players, because most of those players in the
Ukrainian
league, just a few of them can cut it in the Premiership. You understand?
Sure.
But he was pushing. He pushed. He's extremely good coach. I don't undermine coaches who use the little resources
they have to produce kind of results
and stuff. Yeah.
So Efusa comes in to support my take. Exactly. Emery wanted Zaha. So now going into this coming season, right? The mainstream and some of the industry big hitters in the content creating industry are pushing the narrative that Aston Villa will break into the top 4. Do you subscribe to that train of thought?
What do you call it? You always say it's clickbaiting.
Yeah,
clickbaiting. We know they always come up with this kind of ridiculous take. And don't get me wrong, I admire the kind of signings they are making, but I think what they will do is they will push for it, and I think they will get Europa. Already, I think they are in the Europa, yeah. Or they are
Europa,
yeah. Listen, look, what I think they need a couple more signings before I can consider them breaking into the top 4, because we are signing players. City will sign players. Liverpool are signing players. United will be signing players. Chelsea, I don't know what they are doing, but I hope where they are, they will be there for the next 10 years. Who else? Newcastle.
Okay.
Newcastle will be signing players too, although they have a limited budget, but they will still attract because they will sell players. You know, they already want to sell Sir Maxima. So yes, those teams I've mentioned, they've proven year on year that they are ready to compete for the top 4. Aston Villa is just new, coming in, trying to break. So we have to wait and see. But okay. I don't think...
I have a slight disagreement or pushback on your notion. Before I do that, let me read this chart real quick. Potter had a style of play and Chelsea did not help him. Potter was playing very well. That is very debatable, but I understand where you are coming from. I don't totally agree. They said it because the EPL will humble you before time. They will not enter the top 4. Okay. The Blue Rascals are struggling with Caicedo deal. And nobody's talking about it. It was Arsenal that was, why are we taking forever to close up a deal? Like Officer said, now the Blue Rascals are there, can't close up that deal. Everybody's keeping calm. Just show the double standard. Now, regarding what you said about Aston Villa pushing, like I asked you a few minutes ago, when it comes to Cup manager, who is a better? I just think Unai Emery, aside from PSG, where you and I can go and coach and win the league, he has never won the league. He'll never won the league in Spain with Valencia or Sevilla.
No.
Win you Europa Cup or the Spanish Cup.
Yeah.
I just think Unai Emery will win cups for Aston Villa. But in terms of top 4, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I think he's a cup manager. I just think he's a cup manager.
Yeah, I agree. Like I'm saying, I don't think he will break into the top 4. No. But if you ask me, all the rivals, if you take the top 7 we mentioned, the usual suspects, which of those teams can win the FA Cup out of the blue or the Carling Cup? Then I can say Aston Villa, just because of Emery, his experience in playing in cup games.
Yeah, he loves cup games. He loves it.
Yes. So, yeah.
So aside from those two, now let's talk about Chelsea a little bit.
Yeah,
I've seen their squad. They sold all their experienced players, right? Yeah, like Fosa pointed out, they are struggling with the Caicedo deal. So, where is this optimism that they will break the top 4? Where is it coming from? Because I don't see it. Not because I'm being overly tribalistic, but I don't see it logically.
I don't know. No. I don't see it too. I've not. Listen, if they're able to compete and even get to maybe sit in the league,
okay,
then they've done well. Because I don't see it. They've not added any. What should I say? any top quality player to their team?
To their team, not yet.
And they sold a lot.
They
sold a lot. So, and when you use kids, and this is a saying from Arsene Wenger, it's either they risk using the kids now, let them make the mistakes, and then in 2-3 years' time, like what we've done, we'll start to
reap the rewards.
Good, because if they decide to use the kids, then they will not go far. Yeah, they will make mistakes. They will get tired. They will all those things. We could not make top 4 2 seasons ago because of the kids we used. Because when it got to crunch time, they were burnt out.
Yeah.
Little injuries. The same with the season before, like this where people bottled it. It was lack of a bit of experience that also cost us. So yes, if they have to use the kids for this coming season, then I don't even see them. Maybe they'll qualify for Europa tops.
You think so?
Maybe. I use the word maybe.
Because I look at the Chelsea team, right? Let's dissect it. And see, guys, trust me, I'm as objective as possible. Let me take away the banter and tribalism. Look at their defense, right? They have a Reece James who cannot stay fit. Now, they brought in the Leon right back. We don't know whether he can stay fit or not. They have a Chiwa who cannot stay fit either. They have a Cucurella who is a Durella, who is a fake player who cannot play at that level. Now, in the middle of the heart of the defense, they have a 40-year-old Thiago Silva. They have Badiashile who is injured again. They have Fofana who is injured. So, where is the defense? What's going on here?
They've gone to Saudi.
I wasn't expecting that. Because I'm looking at the team. Because when you see some of these content creators and the correspondent of Chelsea in the mainstream, and they're demanding top 4, and I'm looking based on what? The logic and the player roster doesn't suggest they can actually make top 7. So where is this confidence coming from?
And even Kappa has Efosa just said they have Kappa has been inconsistent. Yeah,
grossly inconsistent.
Yeah. So I don't know. Listen. Anyway.
Let me read through these chats.
Yeah.
So Efosa says he has not done well in the league position. Top 4 and the top 4 teams are taking Cali Cup and FA Cup seriously because they have to, because of Man City. The confidence they have in themselves is baffling. Exactly. I don't think it's confidence, it's delusion. That's not confidence, that's delusion.
It is because of the coach.
Yeah. Shout out to Gogo Wante. Hello guys, shout out to you. How you doing, Gogo? It's been a while we've seen you. And Edu Efosa says they have Kepa. Are you trolling Efosa? I thought that would be trolling. He's trolling.
Yeah, I know.
Kepa is not a serious keeper. He's not a serious keeper. So when I look at the defense, then let's now come to the midfield. Aside from the running merchant, what's his name? The English boy that just runs.
Gallagher.
And Enzo. There's nothing in that midfield. Oh, am I missing something? No, they've sold Jorginho, they've sold Kovacic, they've sold Kai. So what is there?
They are selling. They are just selling. Like they've sold a lot of players.
And not replace them.
And the funny thing is, I think they think they have Pochettino, so he's like a magician who come in. Like, listen, and this guy took charge of Spurs, took over our position, but yet he could not win anything. It doesn't mean he's a bad coach. I'm not saying he's a bad coach. Yeah. In Tottenham's most dominant seasons, ahead of us for the first time, for the first 4 or 5 years. In those periods, we were winning FA Cups, even with our worst teams.
Let's not forget, Pochettino had good players. Like you said, he's not a magician. He's not a deity.
He's not a magician, exactly. They forget it took him a season and a half before he was able to break into the top 4 and then started being in the top 4 for some time. So it is strange how he will come into an environment that is so crap. Yeah, players do whatever they want now. Yes, now they've tried. They've actually totally sold and given some of the players away. Obama have, and a whole lot of people. Yeah, a whole lot of players have left, and you expect this coach to come in and bring in this inexperienced
youngsters. Yeah,
youngsters, and you expect to break into this league. Look at the top 6.
Stacked. They're all stacked. They're all stacked.
Take them out of the top 7. Look at the top 6 last season. And you think you can just come in and use
some youngsters,
some experience.
Useful exuberance.
They've not even played a lot of games in the Premiership, and you expect your coach to do. No, I think I've decoded it. This just came to mind. I think their cockiness is coming from the fact that they have a crazy owner who is willing to spend anyhow.
So maybe might spend at the end of the window.
Good. So they are thinking they can just go to clubs and I just want to let them know that era is gone.
It's gone.
And even if they are going to get a player from a club that the player is quite good, they are going to pay for it.
Exactly. So let me go through this chat real quick. Shout out to Gogo, comes in again. They have money to buy Maguire and Holding. He must be trolling. Gogo is trolling. To think that Kepa is the only keeper they have, it's pure delusion. Exactly, pure delusion. Then EFSA comes in. The same Chelsea fans say you can't win anything with kids, are supporting kids, and they are mocking us now for using a young. Look at the hypocrisy there. Look at the hypocrisy. A different level of hypocrisy.
Yeah, there's a rumor.
So Pochettino, in my opinion, is overrated. Me too. Dazi is overrated. At PSG, Messi told him he could not manage a farm. They think once they buy Caicedo, everything will be set. Exactly. And same Caicedo, they can't agree a fee for. They can't agree a fee for the same Caicedo. They are going to buy Mbappe. That will be the joke of the
season. You see, Pochettino going to
Chelsea. PSG, okay.
PSG. I saw something, yeah?
Yeah.
Although which Arsenal fans banter him because he was coaching for Tottenham.
Yeah.
Spurs, where it's obvious they don't win anything. He also proved to me, I saw the team play. I saw his team play. Yeah. And I'm not saying, if you look at the team he coached at Tottenham and you saw the caliber of players he had in PSG, and he could not achieve anything with them, I was kind of surprised because the way he was hyped by Tottenham fans, it is the same thing. Chelsea fans are hyping him with the same energy.
Yeah. I differ a little bit, right? I'll give him some grace. I'll tell you why. I don't think maybe in this new dispensation things could change. I don't think any manager could have gone to PSG and succeed. Let's be real. I do not like Spurs, but I can be objective, Pochettino, right? No, see, let's be real. Emery struggled at PSG. The manager they just sacked, our good managers are struggling at PSG. So I don't think it's fair to use the metric of PSG to measure any manager, because it's a dumpster fire. PSG are a car crash, a debris. Nobody can succeed there. So I think it's unfair to measure any manager with the PSG experience. For me, it's a free hit. Maybe I could be wrong. You guys correct me in the chat. I don't think PSG is a free hit. I don't think any manager should be measured by their experience at PSG, at least for now. That's my opinion. So let's spend a bit of your time on the Rascals. So I'll say the tame devils of Old Trafford in Manchester United. I keep hearing they have a quality squad. Aside from Casemiro's experience at Real Madrid, maybe Martinez has done a yeoman's job in their defense. Varane, very injury prone and crooked, can't play 3 straight matches. Do you think the hype that people are pushing or superimposing on Manchester United is a worthy hype?
When it comes to United in general,
yeah.
If you take out Maguire, that they've taken and then the gear, they've lost 2 experienced players.
You're trolling. Maguire is not
quality. No, they've lost 2 experienced players.
Maguire is bad experience. Or not all experience are good experiences.
At least on a given day, he can do a certain job.
He can't do anything. He can't do jack shit. Come on.
Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire.
Maguire can't do anything tangible. Let's be real.
So my point is that they've actually lost. Okay, with the gear they've replaced. Yeah. And they are hyping Onana.
Cool. Oh, nah.
Was my name. But if you look at the squad, it is the same team. It's the same defense. Let me put it this way. It is the same defense that was conceding 7-4-5.
Yeah.
If you look at the midfield, it was the same midfield that was leaking.
If I had Mount.
By only adding Mount. But Mount is the added Mount going forward, not for the defensive side of things, in helping in defending. For now, as we are speaking now.
Yeah, out of 22nd of July.
Practically, it is the same team they had for last season. Which in the games of 38 games, they cannot hold. You understand?
Okay.
They not signed any striker. Rashford is hot and cold.
Very, very, very inconsistent.
Good. Secondly, history tells us that anytime he signs a bumper contract, he doesn't perform well. So let's just wait and see. That is what I'm saying. At least if you look at our squad, yes, someone will say you have the same players, but we've sold some and we brought in 3 different quality. You know, so hey, with United, we know how cocky, arrogant their supporters are. They in 1 week they're about to win the quadruple. The next week it was a wrong test result. You know,
is it fair to say that all clubs have those kind of delusional fans amongst them?
I am happy you just mentioned it. We have it in our fan base.
Okay.
It is part of sports. There are some people that overbelieve stuff. It's okay. But this is where no, it's okay because these fingers are not the same. So yes, let's all accept. So this is where I agree with you. If we all accept that we have some, for the lack of word, some crazy, unthinkable fans among us.
Yeah.
And you can find those kind of people in every club. Then we are cool. But when you pretend that in your midst, you guys are perfect, and then you want to shit on my club when I'm winning games and I'm celebrating. When I celebrate, I can go, hey, somebody can go, yeah, somebody. We all celebrate differently. And you use that to bash my club or my supporters. That is where I get it wrong. You understand what I mean? Because
I feel on that.
Good. With every fan base, you will find the stream people who go to the stream
the regional fans,
say unbelievable. And you ask yourself, are you a real fan? You understand?
Yeah.
Your aim as a supporter, a football fan, is to support your team through thick and thin.
Okay.
But there are certain people, they want their teams to go unbeaten every season. That is his opinion. But other fans would go and pick what somebody else have said and maybe come on this platform and whip it that we are the ones because we are.
Let's not tangent or pivot too far to the left or to the right.
Yeah.
But do you think the squad is good enough to actually seek a top 4?
Because of what they were able to achieve last season, I'll say they've proven that they can get top 4. Currently, as it stands, it's a new season.
I'll question that. Take away the name brand. Forget the hype of Mason Mount. I would Onana, right? Who has done better business? Aston Villa, Brighton, or Manchester United? Forget the brand name. Just look at what those players are going to add to the team.
The two teams you mentioned,
I mentioned 3.
Brighton,
Aston Villa, and United.
Forget about United. You know, United have signed Mount and
Onana. So I want to know. I want that context. I want to know.
Business. So that is why I said forget about United. Those two.
No. I'm asking that question. I know what I'm saying. I'm saying United, Brighton, or Aston Villa. Who has done better?
I should pick one, or
just grade them. Who has done better business among those 3?
Currently, I'll go with Aston Villa, Brighton,
United.
United. That is my take. Yeah.
So in that order, Aston Villa, Brighton, and United.
Yes.
Okay.
Because looking at like Aston Villa in particular, they are signing players they need.
Key thing,
You know. So Brighton too the same, because they are not sure whether what is the Chelsea players name? Something well.
Codwell.
Codwell. They are not sure whether they can get him, they can sign him, or they can get him back on loan. You understand? So, but they've gone and signed a replacement.
Replacement from Fiorentina.
Good. So,
because if you look at the names, Mason Mount sounds better on paper. Onana was very impressive in the Champions League final for Inter Milan. So those are glamour signings, right?
Let me ask you this question. We signed Kai, for 65, and opposition fans were laughing at us.
Okay.
Man United signed
Mason Mount,
and they are hyping it. Okay, there are some few questions around. Some of the supporters are also questioning why do you have to sign, but the two of them, who did better last season?
Last season Kai was. It's both were poor in terms of level, but if you look at who actually you could say was not as poor as the next one, you say Kai had a much more better season than Mason Mount.
You've answered my question.
We know why they are rating him out, because of the English tax, because it's English. He has the English passport, so they'll hype him to the heavens. So the way I'm looking at this forthcoming season, it will be one of the most competitive English Premiership season ever, because of the quality that the teams from 6 to 10, the quality they're adding to their squad. Because a lot of us are lost in focusing on the top 4 only, forgetting that the other teams are actually stacking up quality players. Now, the quality might not be in name, because people believe in name brands. The quality might not be in name, but in what they need and what they could do for the team. They're adding quality.
That's the word. You've used the right word. In what they need. You know, what they need to add to what they've already achieved.
Exactly.
So the Brightons, the Aston Villas,
the Brentford,
Palace, Brentford. We've even forgotten about Brentford. You know, we have this. We tend to underestimate teams in the Premiership, and that is why I'm saying it is good we look at rival teams, because we would not play Man City for 38 games.
No.
We would not play United for 38 games.
Let's not forget, Man City were beaten by the so-called lesser teams.
Thank you. So if we tend to focus more on the Uniteds and
Chelsea's
and those, it is listen, I always say this, yeah. I like to go back to history. We've lost leagues. We should have won more than 5 Premiership titles by now.
Yeah.
And not because we could not beat United.
That's it. It's the lesser teams that actually
there were seasons where we won against them home and away. Drew home and then won drew away, won at home. Where we lost the game, or where we lost the title.
The other lesser teams.
Two times. Leeds United cost us.
Yeah. 2
times for all, like, at least, if my memory serves me right, Leeds alone has cost us twice. When people were like, oh, they've won the league. Leeds United at home, easy game. You know, and then you think, oh, Leeds United has rivalry with United, so they will not play. Those are the games they come and then frustrate us. They win 1-0. You know, so if we have to learn by history, teams that we I'm not that kind of team for a fan that goes like, oh, it is Leeds United, oh, it is Brighton.
That is a given. Yeah, Brighton smashed at Emirates. Yeah, they smashed at Emirates. Let's not forget that.
Football in Africa, we say football is black and white. It's round and it's black and white. So if you're not lucky and it turns to white or it turns to red, it turns to black on a given day, he will lose the game.
Sure.
You know, so I never underestimate any team in the Premiership, even if they are about to be relegated. Leicester nearly cost us issues with our invisible the last game.
Just like Fusa just triggered my PTSD. Mark Viduka.
Don't. I saw the name.
Oh Lord. He actually wrecked Arsenal twice. So
yes.
I can't forget that. So that has been the Rivals Watch for this week. We'll be doing this more on Saturdays, where we actually examine what our potential rivals are doing. It's not just for us to just come here and talk about Arsenal all the time and not for look at what the other teams are doing. We have to actually take a look at other teams. If we want to win the league, we need to make sure we keep a keen eye on the goals and don'ts and what other rivals are doing. So do not forget.
We've not really touched on Liverpool.
There's not too much touch on Liverpool. Do you know why I say so? Did I put in my first 1 to 5? I don't think.
You did.
Did I? Okay. Yeah. Liverpool for me. Okay, let's just spend a few minutes on Liverpool before we round up.
Yeah.
Liverpool for me I love the fact that the media, they love to hype up Liverpool because it's a traditional English team, and I understand that. Liverpool they look at their midfield. They're about to lose Firmino and Henderson. Those are 2 experienced campaigners. Those are 2 leadership qualities they are losing, and yet they've brought in 2 players in McAllister and Szoboszlai in their midfield, and people are telling me they will compete for the league. I say absolute garbage. They can't. Klopp is not a deity. Klopp is not a voodoo man. He's not a magician. Because if Klopp was a magician, last season they wouldn't have struggled. The logic is there. People were saying Klopp. Now, if Klopp was actually as great as people are hoisting him, what happened last season should have happened. You need quality players to execute your plans or project. So, Klopp losing those key players this season, for me, is a chink in their armor. It's a chink in their armor. I don't think they will be as strong as the media is pushing on our faces that, only club and Liverpool can compete against Manchester City is a big fat lie. They can't do it. That's my opinion. I could be proven wrong, and I'll come back and say I was wrong. But based on what I'm saying and the logic of it, they'll be lucky, even though I put them in top 5, to be there. Maybe before the end of the window, they might add a few more players. But even though they add a few more players, there is no team that totally revamps their midfield and competes. It's a total reconstruction.
There'll be loopholes. Yeah.
No, it's a total reconstruction. You expect McAllister and Szoboszlai, who have not played together, to just come in sync. Come on, man. It doesn't work like that.
Yes, and their defense too. I said it to you yesterday. Their defense too still look shaky.
Yeah, like Efosa says, it's very porous.
Yeah.
Their defense is porous.
Very porous. Yeah.
So look at their defense, right? Van Dijk, since he came back from the Achilles injury, can never be the same. We've seen a long history of and evidence of once you have that injury, you are at least 10% slower. Your turns and your agility actually drops. Holding, Van Dijk's on that proof. There are other players. Once you have that injury, you are never the same. Now, Konate can never play 5 straight games.
Yeah.
Matip can't even play 5 straight games. Trent Alexander-Arnold is a harlot right back. So where is this confidence coming from?
Because they are the only team that competed with Man City.
3 years. That was 3 freaking years ago. That was 3 freaking years ago. Like, are you going to bamboozle me about something that I can see logically that it doesn't make sense? Especially when we saw that last season actually exposed the fact that Mr. Klopp, is not a magician. Mm-hmm. And remember 12 months ago, Klopp said he never needed midfielders. Then January changed his tone and said they need to revamp the midfield. And now he went from revamping the midfield to total deconstruction, demolition, by rebuilding the midfield, and yet he's supposed to go and compete straight with Man City. I say absolute rubbish. It's not happening. But if I'm wrong, I'll come back on this stream and say I got it wrong. If anything you want to add to
that? I agree. I agree with you totally, because where I see a weakness is more from not only the midfield, but also the
defense.
The defense. Yeah, the defense is where the problem is, So I don't know. I don't know how they work things out. And maybe they plan to sign a couple of defenders in the few coming weeks. If not, like you said, any player they get from any midfielder they get from outside the Premiership, they need to give that player some time.
To adjust, to acclimatize.
And we all know a lot of players that come in from the Bundesliga, it takes them some time. Because they actually have holidays during Christmas time.
Yeah. And here we don't.
Here you have to play whilst you have your chicken in your hand. You understand? So let's wait and see. We are the Arsenal. People tend to downplay us.
Maybe let's show them. Let's show them we are the Arsenal. Let's show them they are the Arsenal.
Rice, baby. You sold your star to Mikel Arteta. You sold your star to Mikel Arteta. Rice, baby. Then stick that right up your Jackson.
Wow. Wow. Efosa comes and said, as you are saying, Lavia is too young for them. He's too see Lavia
and Gemma is young.
Yeah, he can't that job. You see, what you are asking Lavia to do is to cover up for Trent when he bumps forward. He can't do it. Southampton
and he's young. Even in the Southampton team, he had issues. You understand? He had injuries. I don't think he's capable of playing the number of
38 games. No.
Good. So, yeah, like that is what I'm saying. If we are signing somebody like him, I know we have a list of midfielders where we would bed him into games. It would take him time to really understand the role, and then maybe a season or two, it will be a full stay. Yeah, but if they are buying him to just start games week in, week out,
they can't.
Cannot.
You don't get it. You talk about 3 brand new midfielders for them.
Yeah,
that would be Lavia, McAllister, and Szoboszlai. That they can't do it. I'm sorry, you can't do it. So guys, do us a favor, stick a like on the video, subscribe and then subscribe. Make sure your notification bells are turned on, especially if you are watching on a playback. We appreciate you spending your time with us. Let me shout out to Efosa for coming in. We appreciate you. Some other guys are right here. Let me see. Go, shout out to you. Oxymoto, shout out to you. Those are the names on the chat. I actually appreciate you for spending your time with us instead of spending your time elsewhere. We actually appreciate you for that. Your last words as we round up.
For the love of us now, let's smash this lot this evening, man.
Exactly. Guys, we'll be here 4 o'clock, 1 hour before the match to do the starting 11 preview. Make sure you join us. Make sure I put up the stream very soon. So make sure the notification bells are turned on so you get notified once I do that. And we'll be actually doing a watch along against those harlots from Old Trafford, Manchester United. So we need to enjoy the stream and smash the hell out of them this evening. It should be an exciting game. So guys, make sure you join us. And Efosa, exactly, he'll be joining us later in the day in the post-match analysis. So watch out, Efosa will be on the stream when we do the post-match analysis. Hopefully we'll actually smash them. He'll be joining us. So guys, don't forget to come in for those. Those are 3 streams that are going to have in later today. So let's go and take a break, have our breakfast or lunch, depending what part of the world you are. I will see you guys later. Ciao.
I'm going to take a quick nap.
Okay, we'll see you guys later.